So let's start in child's pose. Take your time. Let it be exactly what you need in this moment, whether that's knees wide or knees together, arms long for a shoulder stretch, or arms by your side for a shoulder relax. And just using child's pose as an opportunity to arrive, to notice, to deepen your breath. Think about creating a little bit more space with breath here. Maybe that's low back, rib cage, back of the heart. Maybe it's really kind of sinking into the sensation of belly on the thighs. Just allowing body to give way to gravity here. Take a great big breath in through your nose. And out through your mouth. Do that one more time. Great big inhale. And exhale. And then walk fingertips a little bit further forward in your child's pose, or bring arms long in front if they're not there yet. And then you'll slowly walk fingertips all the way over to the left. So you can start stretching out the right side body. So it's rooting into the right palm, down into the floor, draw the right hip crease back. Take a nice deep breath in here. Good, let that go. One more inhale. And then use your exhale, gently walk hands through the center all the way over to the right. So you can start exploring a left side body stretch. Rooting left palm, drawing left hip crease back, creating a little bit more space intercostally in rib cage. Breathing in. Breathing out. One more inhale here. And then exhale, gently walk hands to center. Intent up to fingertips, lift elbows, just get one big stretch. And then go ahead and walk your hands into your body. Let's come up to a comfortable seat. So swing the legs around and just sit up nice and tall. So notice that you can feel the sitting bone, those little bony protuberances on the floor. And that as you lean into the back body, you can kind of sink into your seat a little bit more easily. Think about lifting from the sternum, gently tuck the chin. Hi, Loki. Good. Start to sit up a little taller in back body, crown lifting. And then just notice that with a nice tall seat, you can breathe more three-dimensionally. Good. And then from here, go ahead and just start to kind of rub the hands on the thighs, create a little sensation there. Interlace fingers, start to roll out the wrists a little. Just kind of tiny movements get us into the body. Go the other way. Good. Wrists come to touch and start to thread the hands through. Big open circles. And then go back through. Yeah. And then interlace fingers. Start to press everything forward, round and heavy your head. Inhale to lift the gaze, reach tall, melt the shoulders down the back. Exhale, press away, round. One more time, inhale, get tall. And then just release fingertips here, let them come to the mat. Think about rolling shoulders way back to puff up your chest, breathe in. And out. And then go ahead and walk right fingertips a little further, left arm reaches up and over your ear side body stretch. Think about rooting into the bottom palm so that you're not totally sinking into the side body. And maybe head looks down, maybe head looks up. Wherever your gaze, your neck feels most comfortable. Think about drawing left shoulder back, breathe in. Breathe out. Good, inhale, both arms up through center. And then exhale, left hand down, right arm long. Again, rooting into the palm that's on the mat to gently peel open the right side body. Gaze can be up, gaze can be down. It might be different on this side depending on how the neck's feeling. Either is fine. Breathing big into side body. One more breath in and out. Good, and then swing the arm in front of the face. Just walk the hands forward and kind of round over the legs here. If you want to bring the feet to meet, totally cool, whatever feels best in your body. Maybe a little wiggle side to side, just getting into low back space. Good. And then come back up. We're going to roll over the shins and come to hands and knees. Tabletop. Wrists under shoulders, knees, hips distance wide. And let's cat-cow the spine here. So let an inhale, lift your gaze, drop your belly. And exhale, coil and round, press everything away. Inhale, lift and gaze, dropping belly. If you want to add a little tuck to the toes here, feel free. And then exhale, as you press everything away, try to yearn the top of the feet into the mat. One more time, inhale, lift and gaze. Exhale, round, let it all go. Press the mat away. Good, evening out in the center. And then inhale the right arm up, spread collarbones here, roll that right shoulder way back. And then thread the right arm under the left. So coming to the shoulder and the cheek, left hand walks forward and roots so that you can draw back the hips a little bit here. So trying to stay even in the low back as we open up the shoulder. A little twisty. Body weight helping to open. Big breath in. And out. One more, inhale. And exhale. And then walk the left hand back under the shoulder. Press down into the mat to unthread the right arm. You can reach it back up high. And then maybe forward and down, rounding the spine, heavy the head, maybe a little side body stretch, side to side movement. And then evening out, look, go ahead. Inhale the left arm up, roll the shoulder open, spread collarbones. And then thread the left arm underneath the right, coming to the shoulder and the cheek. Right hand walks forward in roots so that you can draw back evenly through both hips, so squaring the pelvis. Body weight helping to open up the shoulder, the back of the arm. One more big breath in. And out. And then right hand under the shoulder, root down. To unthread the left arm, reach it up, spread collarbones one more time. And then reach that left hand forward and down, rounding the spine. From here, go ahead and inhale, lift your gaze, drop your belly, and then tuck the toes, send the hips high, downward facing dog. You can just pedal out the feet here. Pressing one heel at a time, bending the opposite knee deeply. Maybe playing with both knees bending so that you can lift higher through the sitting bones. Remembering we're always working to lengthen the spine. Lengthened legs will come in its own time. Good. And then go ahead and roll forward plank pose, top of a push-up. So shoulders arrive over wrists. Keep reaching actively back through your heels. Try to fire up the muscles of the legs and then feel that you can kind of drop the hips just a little bit from where they are. Good. Take a big breath in. And then exhale, press the hips up and back, down dog. Do that one more time, rolling forward, plank pose, long and strong. This time, gently tap your knees down and slowly lower all the way to the belly. Good, interlacing fingers at your low back. Press the top of the feet actively into the mat and then roll shoulders down the back, lift your chest. Maybe the fist you've created stays low on your booty, or you can start to lift the hand away, going deeper into the shoulders. Big breath in. And exhale, gently lower down. Come onto one cheek for a moment. You can wiggle your hips, just let the arms heavy. Good. And then we'll bring palms underneath the shoulders. Press the hips back to the heels, child's pose. Big stretch, breathe in. Breathe out. Good, and then gently lift the body, tabletop. Tuck toes, send hips high, down dog. Little wiggles here, big long stretch in the back. And then peek forward, start to gently walk the feet to the hands at the top of the mat. So forward folding. Feet can be even wide of hips distance here, under hips, whatever feels good. Just start to move the body about. Maybe catching opposite elbows here to help the body hang heavier over the legs. And just organic tiny movements here, whether that sways side to side, and a little pressing and lengthening the back of the legs, shaking head yes and no, whatever you like. What feels good? What feels challenging? That's okay too. Nice. And then when you're ready, release the arms if you've got elbows. Start to slowly roll up through your spine. Yeah. And when you get to the top, swim arms behind you, interlace fingers. Start to press the fists away, roll the shoulders back, and then bring this little fist you've created to your right hip. So you're snuggling the left arm behind you and then point the right elbow directly back. And then from here, go ahead and bring the right ear to the right shoulder. So really opening up from the left side. Good. Think about melting the left shoulder blade down the back. Big breath in and out. Good, and then pick up the head as you reach back through the fist you've created. Chin to chest, maybe tiny wiggles. And then take these interlaced fingers and bring the hands to your left hip. So right arm nice and wrapped snug behind you. Left elbow points back behind you, and then let your left shoulder stretch out the right side of the neck as the right shoulder blade melts down the back. Yeah. Breathe in. Breathe out. Think about puffing up low back into the arm a little bit here. Stand up taller. Good. One more breath. And then reach the fist you've created behind you again, chin to chest just for a moment. And then gently pick up the head, release your grip. You can shake the hands out a little bit, release, move the body. And then we'll flow. So set yourself up for Tadasana. So heel toeing feet as close as you need them to feel really stable here. For some people, that's big toes touching. Others, it's hips or wider. Roll shoulders back, palms peek forward, Tadasana. Rooting through feet, long through crown, lengthening through spine. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. Exhale, fold long over your body. Inhale to lengthen, lift halfway. Walk the palms up to the shins. Get long through spine. Hips reach back, heart reaches forward. And then as you're ready, start to fold over the legs. Plant your palms and step back, plank pose. Big breath in here, fill up, support the body. And then exhale, lower your way. That may be one long line all the way down. You can pause midway or use knees. Inhale, lift the chest, roll the shoulders back. Good. Exhale, down dog, maybe through child's pose, hips high. Breathing in, breathing out. One more inhale. And exhale. Good. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees, peek forward. Hopping or stepping, find your way to the top of your mat. Inhale to lengthen, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Root into the feet, rise. Inhale, reach arms overhead. Exhale, palms to your heart. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, reach arms up. Exhale, fold, let it go. Inhale, lengthen, prepare. Planting palms, move with your breath, step back to plank pose and use your exhale, lower down your way. Inhale, open heart, lean back, roll shoulders back. Exhale, send hips high, down dog. Breathing in, breathing out. And inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees, peek forward, hopping or stepping, top of your mat. Inhale for length. Exhale to fold. Inhale, reaching arms overhead. And exhale, prayer to your heart. One more like this. Sunny, reach high. Exhale, fold, let it go. Inhale, length, prepare. Planting palms, hopping, stepping, moving with your breath. Move through plank. Exhale to lower. Keep squeezing elbows into rib cage. Inhale, heart through. Exhale, hips high. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees, peek forward, hopping or stepping, top of your mat. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to fold. Inhale, reaching arms up. Exhale, prayer to your heart. Big breath in and out. Good. Go ahead and heel toe your feet a little bit wider than hips distance. You're going to gently turn the toes out wider than your heels. Good. Let an inhale, reach the arms overhead, and then we'll draw the heart through center, bend our knees, come all the way to a squat. Good, elbows snuggle inside the thighs here. Let them externally rotate the legs, and think about lifting the pelvic floor a little higher. Yeah, Grace, if you step wider, you might be able to get your heels down a little bit more. Kind of like, yeah, you got it. Nice. Think about rolling weight to the outer edges of the feet. Maybe you can even wiggle your toes here. Big breath in and out. One more inhale. And then exhale, fold long over your legs. Heel toe feet under the hips. And we'll keep the left fingertips under the nose, bend the left knee a lot, and start to draw the right hip back as you reach up through the right hand. So big open body twist. Breathe in, breathe out. One more inhale. And then exhale, switch sides, bend the right knee, bring the right fingertips down. Draw the left hip back, left arm up. Real stretch, big, big, big through left side. Inhaling and exhaling. Good, one more time each side. Left fingertips down, bend the left knee, expand in right side body. Really sassy right hip back. And then change. Bend the right knee, right fingertips down, left side body open, sassy left hip back. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Good, and then let that all go. Fingertips find the mat. And then inhale, lengthen, lift halfway, heart long, tail long. Exhale, plant your palms, stepping back, plank pose. Big breath in. Exhale to lower your way. Inhale, draw the heart through. Exhale, send the hips high. Big breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Good, inhale the right leg up and back, reach through your heel. And exhale, gently coil in knee to nose, rolling forward in plank. Inhale, reach high, press through that back foot. And then gently step the right foot through between your hands. You can always catch the shin or the ankle with the hand here, help it along. Pivot back heel and rise, warrior one. Rooting into the outer edge of the back foot, and then use that pressure so that you can gently draw the right hip back. So work your opposites there. Swim arms behind you, interlace fingers. Let an inhale, puff up your chest, lean back. And then exhale, bow down, devotional warrior. Torso heavy, head heavy. Big breath in and out. One more breath. Let that go. Root the feet to rise, warrior one. And then go ahead and just gently bring your hands to your hips. You're going to lengthen the right leg and hop the left foot in a little bit here. So hip points are pointing forward, and you may want to heel toe the right foot a little wider. So walking hands to your low back, squeeze elbows to meet so that you can puff up through the heart. Breathe in. Use your exhale, start to hinge at the hips here. Waist stays long, and you can maybe walk hands down the leg if that's useful. Fingertips can come to the floor, blocks if you got them. No big deal if not. Think about drawing length up the back of the right leg and let exhale spill you out further into your fold. Big breath in and out. One more inhale and exhale. Peek your gaze forward, lengthen, lift the spine. You're going to step the left foot next to the right. Squeeze inner thighs together, sit really low here, and then scoop the arms up for a chair pose. Yeah, nice yogis. Gently bring prayer to your heart. Take a big breath in, lengthen, maybe thumb scoop sternum, and then big twist to the right. So hook your left elbow on the thigh, root into the right palm. Breathe in, breathe out. Feel the weight in your right foot. Gently pick up your left heel and then very slowly step all the way back. So big long lunge in your legs, big twist in the body. Yeah, nice guys, good transitions. Breathe in, breathe out. Go ahead and peek your gaze down. You're gonna walk the hands to frame the right foot and then turn all 10 toes to the left till you're in your wide leg straddle fold. So toes can cheat in a little bit here, or feet are parallel. Maybe walk fingertips a little closer to your toes. Yeah, think about shifting weight forward in the feet, lift up through sitting bones. Big breath in and out. One more, inhale and exhale. Good, and then gently walk your fingertips forward here. Lift your chest, lift your gaze, and let's find Skandasana side to side. So bend your right knee, peek your left toes high, dip your hips, and just move it back and forth. Take your time. Maybe slowly is the ticket today. Maybe movement really feels good. Up to you. And then whenever you're ready for it, hands will frame your right foot, low lunge. Plant your palms and gently step all the way back, down dog. Big breath in and out. You can hold here or inhale, roll forward, plank pose. Exhale, lower your way. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, send hips high, down dog. Big breath in and out. Good. Inhale the left leg up and back. Gently coil in, knee to nose. Keep lifting up through the hips and the belly. And then press back through the left foot. And this time gently, knee to nose, step the left foot through between the hands. Pivot the back heel and rise, warrior one. So feel the rootedness, the outer edge of the right foot, and then maybe draw the left hip back there. So working root to square the pelvis. When you're ready, swim the arms behind you. Interlace your fingers. Let an inhale puff up your chest. Exhale, bow down, devotional warrior. Torso heavy, head heavy. Big breath in and out. One more inhale and exhale. Root the feet, come all the way back up. Warrior one, arms high first. And then hands to your hips. Good. Start to lengthen the left leg and then hop the right foot forward here so you can turn the toes further forward. Hands on your hips to square the pelvis. And go ahead and walk the hands back to your low back. Think about pressing pelvis down so that you can create space there. Squeeze elbows, puff up your chest. Big breath in and out. One more inhale, lengthen, lift through the heart. And then exhale, hinge at the hips, waist stays long as you start to fold the body over the left leg. And you can walk hands down the leg, fingertips can tend to your head, can heavy. Think about drawing a circle with the breath. So maybe that really feels like zipping up the back of the leg and exhale, folding deeper down. Breathe in, breathe out. Good, start to peek your gaze forward. You're gonna step the right foot to meet the left. Squeeze your thighs tight as you start to sit really low. And then lift the arms energetically high. Chair pose. Bring the palms to prayer at the heart. And then use the thumbs to scoop the sternum, lift as you sit back lower. Big breath in. Big twist to the left. Maybe hooking right elbow or using the hands. Think about rooting into the left palm, spread collarbone, sit a little lower. Breathe in. Breathe out. Feel the weight in your left foot. Gently start to pick up your right heel, and as slowly as you can, step it all the way back. Big long lunge in the legs. Whoop, wobbly me. Think about lifting the torso, twisting a little deeper. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more inhale. And then exhale, look down, bring the hands to frame the left foot. And then spin all the toes to the right. Your back and your wide leg straddle fold. So you've been here already. Maybe you want to reach for outer edges of the feet or the calves here. Maybe you interlace fingers behind your back and take a big shoulder opening. Whatever feels good to you in this moment. Yeah. Big breath in and out. Maybe shifting a little weight forward in the feet. What's that like? You get a little heavier, a little more spacious in the low back. Nice. And if you got the shoulder opening, Gently bring hands to your low back and then to the floor. Let's walk fingertips forward, lift your chest, lift your gaze, and take Skandasana again. So bend the right knee, peek the left toes high. Move the hips side to side. And you're always welcome to just pause on each side, maybe only taking 2 here, one on the right, one on the left. Whatever feels good. And then whenever you're ready for it, come back to a low lunge, hands frame the left foot. Plant your palms here and press the mat away as you step back, down dog. Take a big breath in and out. You can stay, or if you want to, roll forward, plank pose. Exhale, lower your way. Inhale, open the heart. And exhale, send hips high, down dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good, and then this time we'll all roll forward, plank pose. Gently lower the knees, the chest, the chin. Get a nice opening here. And then slowly roll through. Baby cobra, squeeze elbows back, and then sneak the forearms forward here for a Sphinx pose. Good. So elbows are under our shoulders and then a little further forward than that. You may need to kind of wiggle and let the legs be a little wider if that feels available. And think about rooting into the forearms so much you can start to draw the heart through the shoulders down the back. Good. Kind of obsessed with Sphinx these months. I think we're all doing so much sitting. Need a little back bend, little opposite. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. And then you're going to bring the left hand centered in the mat. So if you're looking down, it's in line with your nose. You're doing that. So as you bend the right knee, you can draw the right foot in. And then lean into that left forearm. Reach back with your right hand. Good. So 2 options here, right? We can pull the foot in towards the body and get a nice quad stretch. Or we can kick the foot into the hand and get deeper back bend. So yogi's choice, and you can do both. You can kind of tick-tock between the 2. So letting the leg work and lift the heart. Letting the leg stretch and work the arm, right? Good. Maybe take 1 more of each. There's a variation here where as you pull the foot through, you spin the fingers forward and lift your elbow and face forward. If that feels good in your shoulder. And then gently as you can, release that right foot. Come back, arms parallel to each other. Sphinx pose. Think about lifting the chest like you could draw the belly button further an inch forward. Breathe in. And then do the opposite. Heavy the head and try to round the spine a little bit. So you're actually lifting the belly away from the mat. Good. And then come back to neutral. Spin the right hand middle under your nose so that you can lean into that right forearm as you bend your left knee and draw the foot in. Gently reach back with your left hand and catch the foot. And then play with your options here. So draw that foot in. And press the foot into the hand. So experiencing the muscles of the arm, letting the leg release and stretch. The muscles of the leg, letting the arm and shoulder release and stretch. You're just kind of tick-tocking back and forth, using body to open body. Allowing muscles to work and then play an opposite. And if you want that shoulder opening, it's fingers spinning forward so that fingertips are in the arch. Elbow reaches up and you try to square the shoulder forward. Whenever you're ready, gently let that left foot go. Forearms come parallel, and again, puff up through the chest like you could scooch the low ribs forward. And then round into the spine like you could lift up even through hip bones. Good, and then let everything sink. You can stack the palms and bring one cheek all the way down. Maybe bend your knees, windshield wipe legs a little side to side here. And we'll roll up in the shoulders. So you guys are familiar with this. Take up as much space as you need. Right arm reaches long first, palm down. Left hand under left shoulder, start to roll to the right side body. Head heavy here if you need a little pillow or a towel underneath the cheek, beautiful choice. Legs can stack, left leg can step back, left arm can wrap. Make it yours. Allow it to be, yes, a lot of sensation, but also sustainable. So if that means adding a little bend to the elbow or not leaning quite as far, that's fine. And using this chest opening, this shoulder opening to counteract, again, kind of the sitting all day, the computer stuff, the staring at screen. Where can we expand in wingspan? Go ahead and take one more deep breath in here. And let that go. If you have the left arm behind you, unwrap it, plant the palm, and let that help slow you down as you roll back to the belly. Just turning the head to the opposite cheek, maybe a little wiggle in your hips. And then take your time, come to the other side. Left arm nice and long, palm down. Right hand rooting this time to roll you to the left side. And it may be different shoulder to shoulder. Just honor wherever you're at. Legs can stay stacked. Right leg can step back. Right arm can wrap around. What feels available here? And instead of thinking of it being like, big stretch, oh my gosh, how hard this is, think of it as coming back to the idea of open-heartedness, taking up space, proud chest, expanding. Kind of coming home to the body that feels open and confident and good year-round. Take a big breath in. And let that go. Gently release the right arm, plant the palm, and use that hand to help slow you down as you roll to the belly. Take your time. Maybe coming up to one more Sphinx pose. If you want to bring palms wider than elbows, you can lift the elbows here for a seal. Deeper back bend. Yeah, nice, guys. Breathe in. And out. Slowly lower everything down. Press hips to heels for child's pose. Really allowing new space in the low back. So it may need a little wiggle there. If it feels stiff at all, you want to kind of rock the forehead side to side, massage the third eye. Nice. And then when you feel ready, go ahead and just lift the body up to hands and knees here. Good. Tuck the right toes behind you, lengthen out the right leg, and find a tiny little pulse through the heel and the heart line. You can keep lifting up through abdominals. Yeah, good. And then from here, you're going to step the right foot over to the left, peek over your left shoulder, opening up right side body. Big breath in and out. And then lengthen spine, look forward, flex the right foot up and back. And 3 times, we're going to bring the right knee to the right elbow. So getting a little crunchy squeeze. 1, press back, and 2, press back, and 3, press back. And now step the right foot gently outside the right hand. Yeah. And you may need to tuck the left toes and kind of scooch the left knee back. You're welcome to lift the leg if that feels good for a pulse. We're in lizard. Yes? So you can stay on palms, or you can start to lower down to forearms. That may just be kind of the left forearm down and we hang. Maybe the right forearm joins, and you can be propped up on something here. Towel, pillows, blocks, whatever you got handy. Or just breathe lifted. Think about creating more space in that outer right hip and maybe the front of the left thigh. People feel this different places. Take one more deep breath in and out. Climb on up to your palms here. Left hand stays, maybe it moves a little further out on the diagonal towards the corner of your mat. Right hand finds your right thigh. Lift your toes to activate your right foot, and maybe you just hinge the right knee out wide, leaning back, going a little deeper here. If you want to, you can reach the right hand back behind you to open up the chest more, or maybe to catch the left foot. And whether you're reaching or catching the foot, thumb on top. Nice shoulder opening. Good. And then gently let that go. You'll plant the palms here and then heel toe the right foot center between your hands and start to lengthen out your right leg for a half split. So maybe pointing and flexing the foot here or drawing circles with the big toe. Maybe just lengthening and lifting through the heart, hinging at the hips to fold. Heavy your head. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more inhale. And exhale. Good. And then lift the body, lift the gaze. You're going to try to gently draw the knee into the chest so far the right foot can hover, and then bring the right knee next to the left. Maybe a couple rounds of cat-cows. Little side-to-side stretches before moving to the other side. And then when you're ready, left toes will tuck. You'll reach through the heels first. And just find that forward and back heart and heel line pulse. Keep lifting up through the belly. Gently step the left foot over to the right, peek over the right shoulder. Lengthening left side body again by pressing that left hip wider, wider, wider. Good, and then lengthen spine, lengthen gaze. Flex your left foot back behind you. Lift abdominals, and 3 times left knee to left elbow. 1, kick, 2, kick, 3, kick. And then step the left foot gently outside the left hand. And as you arrive, you may need to tuck the right toes here, kind of wiggle, scoot that right knee back further. Puff up the chest, get nice and long through the spine. And then lowering, if you're lowering, maybe just a right forearm, left forearm. It'll be different on this hip. If you want to grab props to support, go for it. And you can always kind of find your way down and be like, nah, not today. Trust your body. Always inviting more breath to your shape as you squeeze that left thigh in. Really nice, yogis. Take one more nice deep inhale. And exhale. Start to gently walk back up to your hands. And you're going to bring your weight into the right hand. Again, you may need to move it out kind of diagonally so that you can lean back. Left hand finds your left thigh. Lift your toes and maybe fan the left knee wide. Hips will dip, collarbones can spread. This may be plenty. Maybe you reach back, thumb up, left hand. Just kind of expanding wingspan again. Maybe curl the toes or bend the knee, reach for the foot. Eventually gently let that go. Hands find your mat. Heel toe the left foot center between your hands and then lengthen the left leg out. So hips will hover above your right knee and you may need a little point and flex, a little circling of the toes, the ankles. Eventually big breath in, lengthen spine. And exhale, fold long over your leg. Little goes a long way. Fill it with breath, really commit to it. And then one more inhale. And exhale. Start to bend the left knee, bring the foot towards you, and maybe left foot can kind of hover and gently press through your back to hands and knees. And then this time, go ahead and root into the palms, tuck your toes, and send the hips high, down dog. Maybe a little pedal out. If you would like a vinyasa, always feel free to roll forward to your plank pose to take one. Just take your time. Eventually, we'll start to find our way to pigeon on the right side. So you're going to gently bring the right knee into your chest and then slowly bring it forward. The right knee sits down behind your right wrist. Scoot your left knee way back. And then walk the hands in. The right ankle should be forward, but nice and neutral, right? No need to parallel the shin to the top of the mat or anything like that. And there may be a little lift under your right seat. Totally fine. Once we feel that hips are square, we feel settled enough to lower. Maybe it's to forearms and just heavying the head. You can always rest the forehead on the forearms or stretch the body longer, adding a little bit more weight to the hip opening. Chest heavy, forehead down. Yogi's choice. What feels best in your body today? It doesn't have to be how you always take the shape. Or maybe today's the day you go a teeny bit deeper. Trying to breathe wherever you're feeling sensation most. Maybe just bringing awareness back to the breath because perhaps it was holding somewhere. Take a nice deep inhale through your nose. And let that go. You can gently walk hands back into your body. And then take your time, tuck the back toes, lift the back leg. Start to press into the hands to send the hips high, down dog. Taking anything you need here to even out. If you want a vinyasa in between sides, feel free. Nice work, yogis. And then as you're ready, inhale, the left leg lifts. Gently coil the left knee in and then set it down wide behind your left wrist. Yeah, and ankle lands neutrally. It's forward, but not as forward as it possibly could be, right? Start to walk hands into body, maybe scoot the right knee back. And once you feel ready, start to gently fold the body forward, a little or a lot. Forearms or forehead. Reminder that most of the weight on the left side of pigeon is actually in the front of the right thigh. Maybe let your awareness travel through the body. Does this feel different than the other side? Just get curious, not good or bad. Where do I have sensation? Where maybe am I gripping that I can release? Where can I breathe deeper? Just showing up for it, even though it's still. Really good, yogis. Big breath in and out. Start to gently walk hands back in towards your body. And this time, go ahead and sit over to the left. Just swing the legs long in front of you. You can stretch them nice and long, give them a little shake out. And then Yogi's Choice, you can fold over the legs long, bending the knees to sit up nice and tall first. Or if you want more opening, more gentle low back stuff, bring the soles of the feet to meet. And just round here, heavy the head. So up to you. Both beautiful choices. Taking one more inhale. And exhale. Go ahead and slowly roll up. Step the feet in gently here. Reach fingertips forward, sit up tall. And maybe start to lift the shins here for a Navasana, a boat pose. Take a big breath in. If you want to exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, halfway. Inhale, lifting. Last time, get low. Inhale, lift. And then plant your feet. You can reach forward and slowly lower all the way down. When you start to lose the abdominal capacity, grab the knees and just rock the rest of the way. Then you can hug knees into your chest, draw circles here, whatever feels good, knees together, knees apart. We'll set the feet down. We want them about hips distance and close enough to us that we can brush fingertips to heels. And then root into the feet to pick up your hips, bridge pose. Think about rooting down to rise. Maybe interlacing fingers beneath you to scoot shoulder blades a little closer together if that feels available. Keep rooting into feet. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more deep breath in. And exhale, gently lower down. Windshield wiping knees side to side. Good. And then eventually letting the knees fall all the way over to the left. Maybe stacking the left foot on the right thigh to help you on that side down. You can cactus the elbows here, bringing back of hands to the mat. Maybe just gaze over your right shoulder. Big opening twist. Where can the body get a little bit softer, heavier? Take a nice deep inhale here. And exhale. Take your time, slowly bring everything back to center. That may take some wiggling, readjusting of pelvis, circling of knees, whatever you like. Eventually, legs fall over to the right. You can take a nice deep twist to the left. And you may hook the right foot over the left thigh to just help the legs settle. Elbows can be wide, back of hands can find the floor. Maybe send the gaze left. Maybe noticing that you can lengthen your exhale a little longer than your inhale, and perhaps that gives you a little bit more of a relationship with gravity. A heavying of the body, a trusting, a surrendering. One more deep breath in. And out. Start to slowly find center. Any tiny wiggles here, hugging knees in. And maybe taking a happy baby from here, reaching for outer edges of your feet or holding behind the thighs. Nice. And then whenever you're ready for it, you can give yourself a great big squeeze. Maybe engaging everything one last time before fully releasing for your Shavasana. Legs long, arms by your side. Or any variation of a pose that just gives you peace, helps you feel at ease. Go ahead and take a nice deep inhale through your nose. Big sigh out your mouth. Allowing body to settle, to soak up the benefits of your beautiful practice. A ball is for throwing. See it? The beautiful ball poised in the toy shop window, rounder than sun or moon. Is it red? Is it blue? Is it violet? It is everything we desire, and it does not exist at all. Non-existent and beautiful? Quite. In the rounding leap of our hands, in the longing hush of air, we know what that ball could be, how its blues and reds could spin to a headier violet. Beautiful in the mind, like a word we are waiting to hear. That ball is construed, but lives only in flash of flight, from the instant of release to the catch in another's hand. And the toy withheld is the token of all who refrain from play. The shopkeepers, the collectors like Queen Victoria, in whose adorable doll's house nothing was ever broken. Beginning to deepen your breath. Inviting tiny movements back to your body. That might include stretching arms long overhead as you lengthen the legs. Maybe bending the knees and rolling over to one side. And taking your time to come up to a nice comfortable seat from wherever you are. Bringing one hand over the heart and the other hand over that. Take a nice deep inhale through your nose. Big sigh out the mouth. Just take a moment to thank yourself for making time for practice. And I thank you so much for sharing that practice with me. We'll bow to seal. Namaste.